Yeah. Hey there, it's Angeline here. And we are checking in with our garden. We're checking in on our nursery. And go outside and see what's going on out there. So you know what? I need to get some supplies. Let me go do that to make this a good day for gardening. So one of the things why I need supplies is we also have to harvest because we cannot even see the other plants. The one we planted here the other day, our cucumber, is hidden behind these massive collard greens. So let's get a scissor and harvest our collard greens before checking in on our nursery. As you can see, the plants are definitely growing way bigger now in the nursery. Let me go get my clippers. To harvest these. All right, so when I harvest my collard greens, I don't always harvest them all at once. I harvest like a leaf or so at a time. I eat them raw, put them in a salad. Sometimes I cook them down to turkey. Well, that's when I'm cooking turkey. Oh, you guys aren't seeing me. So we're here just cutting through, just harvest, continuous harvest of collard greens. So we got a couple of big leaves here. So we got collard green leaves that we've harvested right here. All right, so now we can see. We can also harvest some of the broccoli leaves as well. They do not have to be, you don't have to wait till the broccoli head has grown. So I'm gonna do that also. Again, continuous harvest style. You cut at the stem right here. You can see our broccoli leaves and they're edible. So you just give them a little clip. Also, trimming them like this, it will help them, help us get a bigger broccoli head. Cut off some of these leaves that are just here, growing our tall broccoli. Got little baby leaves still on there. Let's pull those off. All right, so we got mini broccoli with massive leaves. So let's check in on plants that we left. So this is let me just show you what we cut off our broccoli. Like same thing, you can eat the leaves, you can cook them, eat them raw. Here are our broccoli leaves. Let's put that to the side. All right, so now let's get to the main event. I'm gonna take off my sneakers. I wanted to keep them on because we're going outside next, but alas, they're off. Okay, so we have our overflow here on the side. So let's move this over. And we have our iceberg lettuce that went in the other day. They're still there. Again, you want to check in on them to make sure. Let me check my garlic chives. We planted this one recently as well too. But you always want to check in on the plants that are transplanted, making sure they're taking well. And now we have our nursery, our babies here. So as you can see, the top is still a little mixed color. So it's tan and it's a little damp. So that means that you can still, it doesn't need watering. So they're here germinating. They don't need additional water. I haven't re-watered them. Some of the plants came in after, so like later on, and those I put in water, but like such as lemon pepper, 2 lemon peppers came in later. I think cucumber came in later too. But the ones that came in later, I added water to them and then just put them in here to kind of hang out. But they're doing, let's see what our roots are doing. So we got to do our root check. Of course, this one, we're waiting to germinate. As you can see, it's still damp, but we do not have, roots forming. All right, thank you. Then we have the live pepper here. Let's bring this forward. She's doing her own check. All right, it's still damp. Nothing going on with the roots. We gotta give them the opportunity. Thank you. For the roots to come out.
I want it.
You want it? Yeah, she's checking out our overflow plants. Here, hold this one. The lavender.
Not bad.
Our cucumber, let's see if our cucumber is ready. Our cucumber should be ready. Let's see. Let's get our focus back in. She's putting them in the there. So we got cucumber. Oh yeah, we got some good roots in here. So let's put our cucumber in. So we're putting them right next to each other by our trellis. So we're gonna put our cucumber right here. Let's get that lid off. And there we go. Uh-oh, we got leaf stuck in there. So simple as they go across. Just drop them in. Let's see. We got our words here. Got our roots. Excellent. So we're going to have this one climb up this side of the trellis. And then have this cucumber climb up this side of the trellis. So this one looks pretty strong to grow. Oh, that's not where this goes. And now this one here with foil, because I ran out of covers, you can get a actual cover. See their roots. Some of the roots is reaching down. So we got extra cover here now. And we have a little spot in our garden to add someone. I'm going to add the oregano in here. The oregano was here. The only thing about the oregano is the pod dropped. So we'll see if there's actual seeds in there. All right, let's check on our lettuce and then head outside. Ooh, our hibiscus is doing very well. Excellent. It's growing here. You can see it's still damp, so that means we are not going to be adding any water. We got at least let the top dry, just like your plants. You let the first top inch dry of the plants. We just need the top of here to dry before we add more water. Check on this roots. We got a little bit of roots showing, but it's very short. And then our other hibiscus plant here. Whoops. And that one is, everything's good. Okay. All right. So that's our garden check-in. Let's go see what's happening outside. I took my sneakers off. So I got to put on some type of slippers. So let's make a stop. We're going to have to make a stop on our garden journey. Ugh. Let me take off my socks. And we'll see what's going on outside. Outside, we should have a lot of new stuff. All right, let's go. All right, let's check on this garden while we're walking through. We got a cucumber plant growing very well. I was trying to get here and then turn around. It's my plan. Turn around and go back down the trellis. It keeps moving forward, but that's cool. We have our peppers doing pretty good. We have this kale. I think I might transplant this kale outside. It's taking up a lot. It's growing past this. This is how far out the kale is growing past the garden. So we don't eat kale that often, and it's two of them. So I think I might be moving this one outside. This is our pepper that we thinned 2 days ago. Right here, doing pretty good, growing up. Yeah, I'm gonna, depending on what outside is looking like, I might put the kale out there today. Let's continue on our journey to the outside. We have some plants that we tried out here in our, there we go. So let's head out, see what's going on. Ooh. All right, so we have our tomato climbing. It's a little skinny. However, it's doing pretty good. It's climbing up nicely. We have it's like a chemist table. We have our pepper plant, which since it's transplanted has been growing very, very well. This is the habanero. Our garlic chives haven't started sprouting yet. Here's another angle of our tomato. So our climbing tomato plant is climbing. Do we have any flowers? We're waiting for some flowers. Come on. I think it's missing something. I'm not sure, or it could just be, it's a little skinny, so it's definitely missing something. I see some flowers. So, I mean, it's taking its time. It's getting there. You can't compare plants to all others. There's another one on the other side that's growing pretty quickly. So I think that's probably what's making me like, oh, it's going slow. Anyway, this is our habanero with our garlic chives. The chives haven't come up yet. So our onions and lettuce, they're doing pretty good. We put a pepper plant in here. You have our cabbage. Get our other mixed broccoli. This lettuce was transplanted from inside. As you can see, the lettuce that grows outside is not as quick as the hydroponic, but it's still doing its thing. We have our, what's going on here? Our rosemary. Take a look at our potatoes. This one is at its next stage of life. Uh, and then we have all of our potatoes growing here. I had to give them a protection coat with some oil to make sure that they didn't get any. It's June, and June is things visiting our potatoes to eat them. So we had to protect them. We got our 2 hibiscus, our sorrel plants. Yesterday I took the sorrel plant outside. It did pretty. It grew a lot. Extra leaves. I took it outside to the neighborhood where not the neighborhood, just the other side of the yard, where the other tomato plant is growing, and it did pretty good. I think it gets a little more sun over there, but it's exposed to the elements. So I only left it there for a little bit, and that's it. Today's a very cloudy day, so I don't think it'll make a difference, but it's gonna rain the whole week. So I was gonna say, when it gets sunny, I'll take it back out to the other side. I was thinking of, I'm in the middle of doing it. That's why these things are on the floor. Making a little circle there, and we're gonna bring our citrus out here. It should be warm enough for them within a week or two. So we're gonna make a little circle and have our little citrus circle outside. So we got some lemon thyme, and let's see what's going on here. Green stalk. All right, well, our beans are doing well. I added some more bean plants. I was like, you know what? They recommend 1, 2, or 3, and I'm like, yeah, I think you can hold more than 3. So I've added, this one has 3. 1, 2, 3. It's well spread out. There's 3 of them. So I added 3 more because it looks like it has the room. So it's not taking up too much space. I had to also give these a coat for safety. They're getting some moss going on here. We got to give them some oil. We got our tomatoes growing, our thyme going. We need to get a little more sunlight, but again, it's been raining consistently. So we've had lots and lots and lots of cloudy days. I do rotate this though every day. As I said, I have my little stickers so I keep track of the rotation. That's how I know, right? So this is my sticker. Today that one's facing out and the other one's facing in. This transplanted pepper did very well. I'm gonna be bringing it back inside for the for the winter. So it's in its own pot. Anything that I think that I want to have grown throughout past the season, I potted it so I can bring it back in. Yes. Your shoes? You can keep your shoes on. We have our little plants growing here. We have some basil, broccoli, and cabbage. You want to lift up? Ooh, we have someone who wants to join the fun. A lemon balm. Our plants over here are doing pretty well as well. I don't think we have anything to do with them today but water. So probably give them a water in a few minutes. You want to turn it? Turn it. No. There you go. She's turning it. All right, yes. Turn it again. Yay. See, it's so easy to turn. Even yes. Even the team can do it. All right, so this pepper is growing pretty good. Yay. All right, let's see what we could do with the water. The water is controlled with the app. So I'm not sure since the app, I'm using the phone, if the app is gonna, yeah, no. All right, so I can't water while showing you guys. Usually when I do my Patreon, I use the laptop, play music, so that it's easier to use the app to do things. So, but right now we're not doing this. I have these tubes that drain the green stalk. So when the green stalk leaks out, it leaks out, and then I have tubes that run out of this room. So you can get longer tubes if needed. All right, let's go across the yard and check on our plants that are outside. All right, I'm barefoot. And we're gonna be brave barefoot. You wearing sneakers?
No.
Yes. You wearing sneakers and I have to carry you? It should be the other way. You should wear sneakers and you carry me. I should wear sneakers. All right, here we go. We got a tomato plant. So yes, this one and the other one came at the same time. And as you can see, this one has a lot of tomatoes on it. So That's what I was saying. I think, well, it also is skinny too. So let me not say that that's what's going on. Oh, we have some that aren't feeling too good. Oh, I guess we need to bring our spray, our neem oil out here too. We got some leaves that have some stuff going on. I know it's the heat. We're gonna cut off, especially this one. This branch is not looking so well. So branches that don't look like they're at their peakest of peaks, we're gonna give them a little snip. And then, but the other ones are doing pretty good. So these are tomatoes that are growing here on our vine. This one again is the same one as inside of our sunroom, and it's climbing this rope here. So we have it climbing here, up, down, around. Yes, the lawnmower is off. All right, so then we have, let's take our steps over. We have grass that needs to be treated. No, then we have our pomegranate plants. I've added some holes for drainage. It's doing okay. This is our other tomato. It's growing. We got some tomatoes, some larger tomatoes growing in here. And we also have some sunburn going on. But again, yeah, we are going to be having some rain, so we'll be fine. Our pomegranate shrub here is doing okay. We have some of our plants. We're working hard against these weeds, but they're still here. And we have our grapes. And our zucchini that transplanted also did well with the transplant. So we had we lost you guys for a second. So we have our zucchini plants that we transplanted are doing well. So this is what's been going on. Nothing major to do. I'm thinking about bringing the kale here. I think we'll do that right now. So let's just go get our kale plants and bring them out. All right, so let's quick trip. This is gonna be a quick one. Every time it's gonna be a quick one, and then stuff happens. But this one will really be quick, and I'll put on shoes so I can also walk quick. This is I think raspberry has vine throughout the yard. It's very weird. All right, let's go. Ooh. All right, whoopsie. Come on. Let's get our. All right, so we have our scoop here. We have our. Let's leave you guys here with this plant. And what is this? Oh, you took the lavender. You brought the lavender out. All right, let me go get the kale. I'm just gonna pull it out and bring it over. You did. You did take the lavender out. Hopefully we're not in the middle of a water cycle. This is the. Hopefully we're not in the middle of a water cycle. This is the kale plant outside of the garden. So this is it right here. So the length of it, it has broken the thing it's in. So we're gonna get it out and plant it in the soil. See how it does. We are not big kale fans. The kale tastes great, but we don't eat it to the extent, to the amount of kale we have. And we have 2 kale plants. So yeah, this kale has broken through its growing quarters. Yes, Addie. So we also have had a protector here. So it definitely broke this. I'm not sure if this kale is cool. No, the other one is for cool weather. So the other kale plant, if I was to bring it, I would take it outside to the front yard. But this kale, since it is okay for the weather, I'm going to take out the pieces of plastic. It literally broke through the Y cube. It's been growing so long. Yeah, so long. All right, this one definitely needs to be heavily watered in. It's going to be raining in a few hours. All right, so let's leave this. The roots have turned and gone up, so I like to do a little snippety to let them have access to to let things get in. So we just loosen them up, do little snips at the bottom to kind of loosen them a little. I mean, you could hand loose them, but it's a lot. So we have our kale, our little scoop. You're gonna get those roots in and well watered. All right, the water is dripping on you. Yeah. So here we go. Let's take our kale out. No. Hold on. She would like to use some of our tools. No tools. Put the tool further in. All right. Let's go take our kale from inside to outside. And it's supposed to rain a lot this afternoon. So, and then rain consecutive for quite a few days. So when you have a lot of rain, I think that's the best time to transplant these plants outdoors, because then we don't have to worry about them, about watering them in and checking on them too much, because they're getting a natural source of rain. All right, so you guys and the kale are all in one hand. I had to make a stop and get the watering thing to water them in. All right. So we're gonna put our kale. Where should we put our kale? I feel like we have quite a few things growing here. We could put it next to our pot. I don't want it. The kale could do good with tomato. I don't think it should interrupt the tomato plant. They're living together right now. We got a lot of these vines growing, which I'm fighting. I feel like I'm fighting this fight against these vines, against the weed and the vines. So I've been mulching other parts of the house. So let me put this down so you guys can see. I'm here digging with one hand. So we're gonna clear a spot. So I have my spots marked with the garlic chives. That kind of tells me where everything is. So let me just scrape out these. Our soil is very sandy. However, even so, it's still, the plants are still doing good. Surprising. I think that even though it's sandy, hey, come back here with the kale. She came and picked up the kale. Even though sand is soily, it's still the plants are still growing well in there. I don't think it's causing an issue. So sandy soil, you know, we're working on developing our compost. So of course, hopefully by next year, our compost will be ready and we will have more nutrient soil. But for now, this sandy soil has been doing good. The apples are growing fine. We have blossoming tomatoes. Everybody's doing pretty well. Even though the sand is the soil is very sandy. I may be an issue. What I think is, especially since like this plant is growing in rock wool. If plants are growing in rock wool, a little sand is not going to do anything. Wow. So let's get a hole as deep as the root system was inside. I think I'm hitting a stone. I did hit a stone. I might have to add soil a little higher up. I'm putting this close to the pot because I think that it may need some support, but who knows? We'll see. Let's put it in there up to the same level that it was in the garden. Oops, this is some of these. Good thing about these plants that are not being helpful, they at minimum they are very shallow. So here's our kale plant. Hopefully it's not too well. The temperature is dropping, so that's good. Let's water it in. Make sure we give it a good watering, and we will I'll follow back up with you guys, let you know how it does in here. We want it. Now it's leaning. We want it to get a good. There we go. Let's get it. There we go. I'm gonna let the water just water around it. So we're gonna let it get a good watering in. No, give it back to me. Ah, I'm fighting. We were fighting for the water just now. Stop it. A mosquito landing on me. We'll definitely be getting a lot of water.
Do not that.
Hold on. She had me in our fight for the waterer.
Do what?
As I said, this is real life. Our fight for the waterer. You hit the plant. All right, while we're here, let's just water our tomatoes. I didn't bring the cutter with me, but these bottom ones, stuff like that's what I do on the Patreon is regular maintenance. These bottom ones gotta go. They're almost touching the ground. They are touching the ground. So anything touching the ground, you want to get rid of. You want to give this space for the plant to breathe. You don't want anything climbing up it. And these tomatoes are growing here. See if we can get a shot of them. You know, we just gotta wait for them to ripe. They grew up pretty quickly. Stop. No. Give it back to me. This is the hard part of watering. We're here fighting for the in the dirt, in the soil, as opposed to in the pot. It's, you know, overwatering is a concern, but it's not too much of a concern. Let go. Uh-oh, step. All right. They like water, and especially with the sand, it kind of just drains out. So this is very well draining soil. So these are my garlic chives. This is what I used to kind of mark things mentally for my, you know, it's going to be raining. I think after it rains, we're going to come out here and weed the garden and get it taken care of. But these were the transplanted cabbage and transplanted broccoli. I have them growing around our garlic chives for safety. And that's what we have going on here. And then over here, we have our grape plants. This grape plant, I think we need to feed it more. I think this whole section needs a little bit more food, but I'm waiting for our zucchini to get a little more settled and then get rid of these weeds. I was debating on whether I should mulch first. Because if I mulch, then it's hard to seed. But then I'm not really seeding plants, direct sowing plants anyways. So maybe I should just mulch, because you see this is a mulched area and these little things aren't growing. So I think I'm going to be doing some mulching after our rain and getting this cleaned up. And then continuing to seed the plants inside of our little sunroom there. And then also on this, we have a tree stump here. Let me clear that tree stump. That's where I had the plant yesterday and it did very well. It's getting a lot more light. Our seedlings, so I'm going to bring our seedlings out here on the tree stump just a couple of hours a day. I don't want anything eating or reaching at them, leaving them overnight for predators. So a couple hours a day, I'm just going to have them seed them, let them come out here and get sunlight when I do my morning watering like I'm doing now. I'm doing my morning watering. Ouch. So when I do my afternoon watering, I come and bring them back into the sunroom. Now, of course, I don't water the seedlings in the morning and the afternoon. No more water. I don't water the seedlings in the morning and the afternoon. However, that's just the 2 times I come out and check on the garden. All right. When I go in there to water, I kind of just do a look over this tomato plant. It's growing very great, but it tends to faint a lot in the hot sun. So, come on. So, I have to come check on it every once in a while. And then this is our area that we're going to be putting together. This is the before. Make sure you guys get a good before. So when you guys see our citrus circle, that's going to be our citrus circle there. I have all the supplies ready for our citrus circle. And we're going to get all of our citrus plants in there. All right, so this is our little garden in our indoor. It's not indoor. This is our sunroom garden area. Yes, come on. we should do one quick check before we finish. So we took out our zucchini, our kale. Yeah, when the plant gets too big for the garden, the one inside, the Gardein, the hydroponic garden, I bring them outside, let them get some space, maybe put them in a pot. You don't always have to, because that one did take up a lot of space. So let me show you what it looks like now since I got the plant out. It's not growing. It was growing past out this way, as you can see. Now the other ones have a little bit of space. I have to come and cover it, and have some plants. Yeah, we got to definitely start getting those plants that are in the nursery doing their thing. So we got a lot of tomatoes growing here. Also, this tomato plant has grown past the the garden itself. So we got all the tomatoes, very bushy, very full. Usually I have a fan, so when they were in the office area, they had a fan. So the other garden has a fan. This one doesn't. However, this one is in a place where we are walking by every day. It's a lot of busyness. This pepper is underneath this tomato. I'm going to give it a move. The peppers do grow pretty large. You can see there's a pepper plant here and smooth. But for now, there's space down here. I'm going to put it down here where it has room to get its own light source and not compete with because the other over there, it was very, very aggressive over there. So here we go. So we moved the pepper. Just now I just moved it to a better lighting situation and more space. See how it's a little emptier here? This is where the kale was. So I do take the time to move around. This is parsley. I'm going to have to harvest this, put it in the refrigerator. Where are my clippers? Let's harvest this now. Because this parsley is getting a little out of hand. So the pepper, I do move things around to give plants more space. Some of the young ones, give them a little more space to develop, whereas some of the older ones, sometimes I bring them higher up so they can grow where they have more room. I like this tomato plant's doing very well, but as you can see, it was just crowding up there. So we moved our pepper here to have its own light and tons of space. And it's gonna get a little more space right now because we are gonna harvest this parsley. So I've done a video on harvesting parsley and storing it. Let me just get the harvester is outside. Give me a second. We've done our video on harvesting. So to the point, they're supposed to stay in my purse. She's here getting into things. All right, so I've done a video on harvesting parsley. What you want to do is, hold on, we have another plant up here that is sharing our garden light. So let's separate it. This tomato plant is holding on to the parsley. All righty. So let's separate it out. There we go. So now parsley is doing its own thing. You can see these are some sticks from previous harvests. But we got so many of them. I'm just gonna take a handful here. We got some longer ones. We got a lot of long ones. So I just left a couple of them on. Harvest it here, cut it here, that close to the bottom. And then it stays in the refrigerator in a jar with water. And it has a bag over it. So this is how I harvest it. This is what it looks like now. And then they kind of just regrow in. So, and then this is what you harvested out. You got a whole lot of parsley. So yes, our pepper is now free to get as much light as it wants. All right, this is, I just broke this, but I'll eat this in my chicken salad today. This is one of the lettuce leaves. Definitely gonna eat this in my salad today. This is mint. Let's see, make sure it's not, roots aren't doing too well, but the plant's thriving, so it is what it is. The banana pepper now has its room to grow, to take up this space and develop. And then this lettuce, I have chicken salad that I made. So I'm definitely gonna eat that with the chicken salad. So I was getting the jar to show you how I do the parsley. So I'm just gonna show you kind of like how I keep it stored. So let's go. Let's head on in there. Uh-oh. She's just in there. Let's go to the citrus corner. Let's get some light on. Let's go to the citrus corner. You can see it here. Our peppers, our mango. Our mango, we can give it some water. I mean, let me test the soil. Because just because it's leaning doesn't mean that it needs. So let me show you. We had a party this week. That's our cruise duck. All right, so this is our aloe plant, definitely growing. This is our parsley. And this is not yours, thank you. How I store my parsley. This is from the last harvest. There's a jar here. I rinse the parsley. I put it in the jar. Keep it on the door in the refrigerator. And then I take this bag and put it over it. So let me rinse this parsley that we just got. Rinse it off in the sink. Rinse it with some nice cool water. And we're going to take off some of these dry ones. Give it a little shake. I don't really shake off all the water. It's okay. We got some dry pieces here. Take that out. Oh, it's only one piece. And then stick it in. And it stays fresh very long. This one has been in here since our last harvest video. I think our last harvest video was in April. There we go. Then I put my bag over it. I keep it on the door so it's not like too much in the middle of things and, you know, bumping into stuff. You know, just to keep the moisture in. And that's it. And that's how I store and keep my parsley fresh. It's our aloe plant. Then we have some seedlings growing here also. And just to check in on some of our plants yet. This is our key lime, our mandarin orange. These are the ones that are ready to go outside. We're just waiting to have stable over 60-degree nights and we're fine. We've been having 50 degrees, it's been dropping to the 50s. I want to have nights that are at least over 65. And once we have that stability, then they're going to go outside and I'll show you how definitely on the Patreon, I'll have a video with me making the circle because I'm going to make it look nice. I'll put a path in there. Right now the ground is just cleared and we're going to have all these plants enjoying their sunlight outside. Maybe not the pepper one. Maybe not, I don't know. But they're going to be enjoying their best summer life with the bees, the birds and the bees outside. All right, well, thank you very much. That's all for today. Thank you very much for joining. I've been Angeline and the team. For more videos, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos, for more in-depth details, visit our website, avgardening.com, and for more. Also, this is basil, sweet basil. I forgot to say that. And for more behind the scenes, kind of how I do my setup, and for more behind the scenes gardening, and more gardening items. You don't like it? No. You can visit me at patreon.com, Angeline B. Addie, say bye.
Bye.
All right. Well, stay green always, and bye for now.